Hi, my name is Marco. I'm a former opera singer turned voice actor. Today we're going to be listening to End of a Vicious Struggle from Sekiro Shadows Die Twice, the hardest game I've ever played. What an incredible game. I played it for quite a bit, but I did eventually put it down, like I tend to do with these FromSoft games, besides Dark Souls 3 and Bloodborne. Incredible game, stunning music, really a remarkable experience for anybody who played it, I think. Some of the most interesting and difficult and really, really astoundingly fascinating bosses, and I'm really excited to listen to this. Here we go. We're bruised, battered, have our hands on the floor, we're covered in blood and in sweat, and we're looking up and we're breathing heavily. Maybe we lean our back against the wall of a building and we just are staring up at the sky. It's pain, but it's like from exhaustion. And in the end, we never get to rest as much as we hope we will. There's always someone crawling on us, fighting us, wanting us dead, fighting to destroy us. I love this, first of all, honoring this Japanese sound with these incredible drums, and also that shouted exclamation is so incredibly effective. I think it reminds me of the primal scream. And when you unleash, it's a primal response. And it brings us back to a time when things were less cut and dry. There's a violence in there. There's a war cry, a chant. It's powerful stuff. You hear those strings back there? Finally, we're at a moment of rest. Finally, we're at a place of peace. And I feel like this entire track has been stopping and starting and stopping and starting. And finally, we find a moment of respite. We see the sun coming up. We feel a sense of peace. We're calm. We're relaxed finally. But there's that because danger is always close. You can never really be relaxed because you never know when you might get stabbed in the back. It's a really interesting little detail. And we have a resolution. I think this is all one stretched out battle where we are constantly thinking that the enemy is defeated, but they always manage to come back, and there's never quite a full sense of respite until this last few minutes here where we finally step out into the sunset or climbing up to the top of a mountain and we finally feel some isolated peace, knowing full well that below us is something else ready to come after us and defeat us and kill us or whatever. So there's a lot of push and pull here, and it's funny because in opera, to tie it back to opera, rubato is a thing where we sort of stretch things out and then we cut a corner and we speed back up. And so it happens a lot in Puccini operas where there's like a da 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 da. You slow down, you build, and then you go. And in a lot of ways, even though this is nothing totally like that, there is this sense of that push and pull that really, it allows us to lean in with the music and really, really go there. There's a sense of malleability in this piece where it's not just one type of thing happening all the time. There's so much ebb and flow that as a listener, we are forced to kind of go along on the journey with this because it requires us to listen and allow ourselves to sort of go with the fast and release with the slow. And there's this sort of back and forth that I think is really evocative, and let alone the instrumentation and the use of the instruments and the types of instruments that are being used. It sets the setting, it sets the scene, and I don't know that Sekiro is as appreciated as it should be for its music, or maybe I just didn't realize how good the music was. So thank you for the Patreon request for this. It was really interesting to listen to. That's it for me. Of course, if you'd like to support the channel or check out the Patreon, feel free to do so, but there's never any obligation at all. Feel free to join the Discord if you want to hang out and chat a little bit. And otherwise, I'll talk to you soon. Thank you so much. Bye.